I go to University of Arizona.
I'm currently a junior at USC.
I go to the University of Cincinnati.
At James Madison University.
I go to Florida State.
I go to Drexel University.
I go to University of Maryland, Baltimore County campus.
I attend University of Oregon.
At Ryerson University in downtown Toronto, Canada.
The issue is that we do experience a lot of anti-Semitism in a lot of different ways.
To be completely honest with you, being against Israel, has become the cool thing to do.
I go to Kent State University. There's a professor there that calls his students his little jihadists. He's on a terrorist watch list, actually. Here, I'll just read the article. A Kent State University associate professor of history is standing by his call for jihad in statement that Israel is a regime that is the spiritual heir to Nazism.
And he's teaching kids.
Yeah.
They were screaming Intifada, Intifada, and by the end of it, there were 3 Israeli flags that were just stomped on, covered with mud. It was raining, it was like gruesome, like torn.
Still scary. We had a birthright table that was protested, and people, there was, tears afterwards. There was a lot of people crying. It was brutal.
Anti-Semitism has definitely affected my college career, whether it be the swastikas that were drawn on our mailbox or our anti-Semitic president of the student body. There are people running for political office that are delivering letters to students around the university, and some of these people running for office are running on campaigns of "with Jews you lose."
But what happened to me last semester, March 2nd, I remember the date, I always will. This guy came up to our house and he tried to come in with alcohol. I don't know who he is, I'm not going to let someone in, it's a risk. I tell him politely to leave. At that point he starts backing off with his hand raised, saluting Hitler. He runs into a house right next to our house and comes out with 20 guys. At that point, I see that a fight is about to start. I, as president, run over to stop their progress from going to our house with a couple other guys, and I start talking. we don't want to fight, we don't want anything like that, nothing like that at all. And at that point, I am struck from behind and knocked unconscious. I don't really remember much after that. I know I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, ICU for 10 days. I had a skull fracture, lower back fracture, bleeding in the brain, and a concussion. It's just sad to see, honestly.
There was about 800 of them on one side, and there was about 6 of us on the other side. And 50 of them crossed over the road and actually got on their faces, started yelling kill the Jews, Hitler was right, and started saying baby killer and stuff. And then we just started kind of getting attacked. I had a concussion, my sister was punched in the face, grabbed by the hair and pulled to the ground. My mom was punched in the stomach and pushed to the ground. The group that actually hosted that rally is actually a group on our campus.
So are you nervous on campus now?
Yeah, walking around campus, I'm not gonna lie, I do fear for my life. I'm constantly in paranoid, watching behind me and stuff. I'm actually afraid to walk by myself sometimes.
But this year I've come back. Some of my Orthodox friends, he won't wear a kippah anymore. He always wore a kippah. The first thing he said is why do you not have your kippah on? Because I'm afraid to walk around with that on. I do not feel comfortable at our school walking with that on.
An Israeli student gets up, she says a piece very pro-Palestinian, very pro-Israeli. Let us help you, we want to work with you. She tries to walk into her Arabic class the next day and gets booed out of class.
At UMBC, it's a lot of hate rhetoric going on about free Palestine. Go back to Israel, you effing Jews, and it's been a lot of graffiti even on the bathroom walls. You can see it everywhere.
We're threatened as Jews on campus. We are, first of all, not even recognized on campus because we're a Jewish fraternity.
And the problem is that at Cal, this anti-Semitism, it's institutionalized. It's a tenet of what we deal with. It's every day. It's not a big deal. It doesn't show up in the newspapers because it's to be expected.
I felt like our campus was poisoned by both anti-Semitism, but also just a sort of dark level of hatred.
And it's something that makes Jewish students feel very uncomfortable on campus, whether they're willing to say it or not. And thank goodness that there are people who are willing to speak out about it.
One of my best friends, when divestment was on campus and going through the Senate, was walking to class and she was spit on by another student simply because he saw that she was wearing a Jewish star around her neck. Anti-Semitism, hatred of of the Jewish people of Israel is real. And I can only hope that in the future we're able to get through it together.